Hey guys, what's up? Eric with Skrilla King here to share another sponsor video with you today about Profede. So Profede is a kind of a mashup. So we've had kind of a few mashup coins lately. I would call this one a mashup between LinkedIn and Fiverr or Freelancer or any of those other sites where you can go to find somebody to get a job done for you. LinkedIn is the kind of site usually where you probably go to hire somebody for longer term, right? So the whole idea of Profede is professional decentralization. So in other words, if you are a professional and you want to make money, you go to a site online who has some credibility and a lot of contacts, and that's how you get your name out there instead of trying to individually send your resume to all these different companies, most of which you don't even know exist, and they aren't looking for your resume, right? So you would go to a professional company, a middleman, if you will, an intermediary, or what they do is they connect you with other companies. So the one thing that I always talk about, I come back to very frequently, I always have, is partnerships. If a team has good partnerships, they're much more likely to succeed than one little company trying to go on their own. And this Profede has at least one major partnership, and I've seen two decent sized partnerships, one of which is related to their platform, which is good. But second, the other platform probably talk about first is a huge one, actually has 12 million users that they're connected with. So it's pretty awesome. So let's have a look. So, professional behavior and data is worth billions to businesses. Why shouldn't professionals be compensated for this? So when you go to, if you're on, say, LinkedIn and a recruiter wants to call you or talk to you, Monster, Glassdoor, whatever, if you have your resume on these sites and a recruiter wants to talk to you, the recruiter pays Monster and doesn't pay you necessarily. Now, the idea will be that if they call you because they want to talk to you, then they will pay you some of the Profede tokens in order to even just be able to have a conversation with you. And if the conversation moves forward and things are good, then you'll get more tokens because they're paying you for your time at that point, which is pretty normal as far as conversations and jobs go. If you're working, you're getting paid. But in this case, if you're discussing working, you're also getting paid. I want you to keep an eye on this BB. This BB one is a big partner. I'm going to talk a little bit more about it when we talk about their team, probably. So together, we are experts in finance, communications, internet unicorns, smart contracts, blockchain architecture, digital identity, and asset service tokenization. Now, one thing I want to point out is they do have, and we'll see, they do have several people on their team who are blockchain workers. They have blockchain experience, which I think is really good. I think that's really great because not everybody has that. Let's see here. Keep on going. So the problem, in the current professional ecosystem, businesses are forced to pay large amounts of capital to recruiting and social selling intermediaries, who are those companies we just looked at, like Monster.com, Freelancer, etc., BB, who target contacts but provide little to no direct value to the professional. There's not really much direct value. It's true. The indirect value is, hey, I'm now connected with a company, but the direct value is basically nil, right? So the solution is this decentralized ecosystem, which will allow professionals to be compensated. So professionals make the money. They're the ones who are fairly compensated every time a business gets in touch with them. Talk about join the fun, start earning PATOs, which is their token, PATO, and trading them in the best exchanges. Your professional data is your business, and so somebody will have to pay the price that you set if they want to talk to you. So obviously you're going to want to compare prices with other professionals in your industry and set your prices accordingly. So that brings me to one thing that is it's a potential downfall, but it's also just kind of a reality. And one of those is that sort of thing, pricing yourself in this kind of a market, it can create a race to the bottom where everybody is just trying to undercut everybody else, because in this market you might have people from expensive countries and from very inexpensive countries, and they're bidding out to try and get the same job. So this is a potential this is a potential pitfall of these kinds of sites, but it's not something specific to Profede. Everybody has this. Everybody has this issue. You know, if you ever get on Upwork or Freelancer or Fiverr or whatever, you know, people are out there, and there's somebody from, you know, Bangladesh that, you know, they can do the job for a tenth of what somebody from, say, the UK will do the job for, just because of cost of living, right? As well as, you know, sometimes it is related to skills and stuff, but a lot of times it's just related to cost of living. So let's talk about just briefly about their product. So basically, you can create your profile here, and this is your cost, 16. So it's 16 PATO to talk to this guy, and then he has some credibility. He has 3 stars of credibility. Because the platform is not live, I don't know if 3 stars is good or not. Let's see here. So if you're a professional looking for a new job, you can go there. Recruiters can go there to find somebody. So this is a lot, like I said, it's a lot like LinkedIn. It's a lot like LinkedIn. So if you're looking for a job, business to business opportunities. See, and I really like this. I think it's pretty cool because it's a great way for a business to find work options and partnerships, which is cool because that can help solidify the longevity of both companies, really. And then influencers. The other thing is definitely influencers could be contacted here and get more business from them. Okay, so roadmap. This was kind of initially was developed in Q3 of last year, and so now remember we are in Q2. We're solid, well into Q2 now. If you're watching this video right when it came out, so they have their team, they have their white paper, and then here, this is super important, signed. Whoa, this is a picture. Signed agreement with BB in Q4 of 2017. So BB, as we saw up top, up here, is one of those sites where you can go to find work, and they have 12 million users. To kind of put that into perspective, Tron has their initial partner was the PayWo app, which is kind of like Snapchat. So these aren't competitors at all, but it's a good comparison. The PayWo app has 10 million users. So that's a great start. It's a great platform. To have 12 million users as your guinea pig group is fantastic. Like, this is like, I've seen other coins that are kind of like the LinkedIn of blockchain or whatever, but this coin has something that those coins do not have, and that is an initial base of users and an initial base of people who will hire on that platform as well, which is fantastic, like really exciting, really cool. So they're planning to release the alpha version of their coin and platform on the Ethereum testnet. Sorry, just their platform. The coin is already